To be a fan is to be an enthusiast of something or someone, and editing is cutting and rearranging stuff. Fan editing are films that are modified by a fan. They remove, add, and edit the source material in order to create a new interpretation of those. You can make fan edits of absolutely anything, even a banana. If you're a fan of a potassium, then go bananas! There are multiple editing styles that you can do. There's simple, aesthetic, glitchy, warpy, candy, 3D, soft. Okay, moving on. Today we're going to make not one, not two, but three edits. Initially, I was about to create like three remakes of my old edits, but I realized I could show you how I remake an edit, how I create a collab part, and how I come up with original ideas. My first edit would be of I'm Having a Bad Day. They're an indie alternative band from Thailand. Some of their most popular songs would be I Wanna Know You More, Perfect Afternoon, and the music video I'm editing right now, Miss Winter. This was a remake from December 2021. Not too long ago, but long enough for me to see how many fails I've done on this aesthetic editing style. The first thing I did is create the composition and title it the first edit. I set the composition size to 4:3 and will fix the timestamp of the edit later on. I added the audio for my 2021 edit and added the entire Miss Winter music video for me to cut and pre-compose. Then I remade my intro by using all the old overlays I had from the same edit. I improvised a lot, so instead of using a rectangle shape to mask the photo booth overlay, I used a linear wipe and resized the clip. I added halftone behind the overlay filled intro and put a random snow effect in it. After that, it was time to remake the rest of the edit. I did a simple zoom warp for the first clip using bloomer curves and warp effect. For the second and third clip, I made a halftone circle popping effect for this first clip, created a going right transition from the second and third clip, and then I put them in a Polaroid overlay, added a washi tape PNG above it, and then added a shake from lunar.fx. A really cool Instagram editor, by the way. For the next transition, I added two clips, sliced it in half using linear wipe, added motion tile to it, and made a position transition where the one on the left went up and then the one on the right went down. The left side had halftone so that it looks cool, and then as it transitioned, the right side would be the one with the halftone. I added a little paper overlay with a teddy bear in the middle. I added the turbulence so that it looks like it's moving a little bit. I pre-composed all the clips and copied it since I will be using another linear wipe transition for me to connect it together within that little transition thing. You get what I mean? I'm just gonna show it. After that, I gave a little CC scale wipe so there's an illusion of it stretching to the right. After the CC scale swipe from right to left, I did a lot of improv in this because I know I use shape layers on a light notion for this transition. Instead, I'll do it the hard way, linear wipe again, and copy the layer twice so I can flip this one clip in. I did more improv with the current knowledge I have on After Effects. I added an overlay to ink in the last two transitions, which is a Polaroid flip. I turned the Polaroids into 3D layers, opened the 3D camera layer, and flipped them at the same time. It worked out this way, so I just added a shake and zoom it out using Volmer curves again. Then I looped it, added effects, borders, and a flash at the end.
Still drop the top and roll straight. SMVCC 805 is the go state. Ain't no place that I'd rather be than the BIG 13C.
Off to the second edit. For this, I took an audio from a collab, which is The Very First Night by Taylor Swift. The character I'll be editing is Ida Clawthorne from the Owl House. She is the most powerful witch on the Boiling Isles and Luce's otherworldly mom. I did a lot of improvising in this. first I used a film strip overlay and added a picture of Ida in it by cropping using a rectangle mask and copied it into the film strip, and then I made a precision transition where it went from like left and right to the next position, which is right and left, and then it disappeared that way. Main video behind it went for rotation transition to the next clip. After that, I just zoom it out to the next clip and improvise a little more by using this paper tier transition to get from the halftone layer to the main one. Then I added a film layer with a still image, used the CC page turn to make it seem like the image turned in the edit, and then I did a zoom out for the first and last transition. Yeah, I guess that's it. Off to the last edit. My third edit would be of Andrew Garfield in the Amazing Spider-Man movie. Out of all the three Spideys, he's been my favorite since he gives out the most in what he does. I might be biased though, since one of my partner's favorite Spider-Man is definitely Andrew. If I had an award for improvising in every edit, this would be it. All I did here were mask and hide the fact that I suck using no layers to move the entire edit. I used different shakes from Nur.fx and used a lot of Polaroid transition. It's that short, I know. And with that, it's time to show off my last edit.